What's going on, y'all? What it is, what it do, what the business is. This is Divine Eye Mystic Tarot. You know what it is, y'all. Thank you all so much for returning. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Mwah, mwah. Hugs and kisses to all of you, sending you love and light and prayers on your spiritual journey, wherever you are on that journey right now. Love and light and prayers to you, all right? Keep moving forward. Keep your thoughts positive. Keep smiling. Keep doing new things. Keep showing yourself just how much you are loved by yourself first. Don't worry about outside people, and their like and their recognition, you know what I'm saying, their favor on you. God got the most high, God got the most favor. Your spirit team hold you in high honor. All right. So leave outside people that is not on your level, that's not in alignment with you, to where they leave them where you found them. All right. We're gonna pull a few cards, get a message out, but overall, hopefully the message resonates in some way, shape, form, or fashion, or you just get in it for the vibe. You know how we do. Gender is fluid. It's fluid over here. So if I'm talking about a she, I could also be talking about a he. All right. This could be past, present, and future energy. This could be something currently going on. This could be something that you may have already dealt with. Could be, just clarity of validation for a lot of you. Could be something that got a lot to do with your manifestations moving forward when it comes to awareness, things that may, just be part of your journey. Only you know what that is. Everybody's testimony and journey past is different. All right? So let's jump right in. All right? Give me 3 cards on this message. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. What message do you have for my collective? What messages do you have for my collective? What messages do you have for my collective? First card out, spiritual protection denied. Somebody out here doing some type of divination, doing something, towards somebody that ain't studying them, ain't bothering them, ain't pressed by their ass, and they ain't left with no spiritual protection from something, some type of spell work or some type of divination they done did, some dark divination or something they done did, and somebody that ain't even, they not even at a rank to even have no protection. Or somebody doesn't have some type of spiritual assignment or ranking that allows them, to be protected in this way from somebody that they done sent some divination toward, some type of evil shit toward. Next card, keeping your vibration high, real recognizes real. I opened up saying that. You get what I'm saying? I opened up saying this. Like, keep your vibration high. Keep your thoughts positive. You know what I'm saying? Keep you some comedy. Keep you some, jazz. Keep you something that is going to keep your mind focused on you and where you are. And look at a lot of the shit that people do around you, post, share with you and things like that, that is not your interest. It's not something you're trying to entertain. Be mindful of people like that. Because some folks just be on the rah-rah. They like that negative shit. Like, they don't have no really good messages or responses or comments about something. It's always some dark, some gloomy. But right now we living in them times, you know what I'm saying. But when it comes to your vibration, it's important to keep something on hand, learning how to transmute energy, especially when you know it's not yours. When you know it's not yours, and you getting easily agitated by something, finding yourself easily triggered about something, especially if 5 or 10 minutes later, you ain't like that no more. Know your own energy, collective. All right. But somebody left with no spiritual protection. Their spiritual protection is denied. Somebody done tried to do some type of jar protection or something like that, or they done did something to try to protect themselves against somebody that I'm getting that and ain't even fucking with them, ain't doing nothing to them. I feel like what they done did or sent towards somebody that did something to send, you just did something to send something towards somebody. Like, listen, how I seen somebody yesterday say they did like a breakup spell between they ex and somebody else, I block the shit out that person. Because for one, why you pressed about somebody you ain't even with no more for whatever reason? Because the person that they ended up with probably, in retrospect, didn't even do shit to you for that person to end up over there with them. But you got some folks that really feel like they don't. That's why I say about divorces. Sometimes some people can't move on from a divorce, even if they try to keep the peace and be cordial and be, you know what I'm saying, decent. When it comes to co-parenting, if that spouse that is being, divorced, whoever doing the divorcing, if that person don't have no good vibes and thoughts about them moving on from you and you moving on with your life, trust and believe that divorce ain't gonna be the end of it. Some spouses they don't wish you the best. They saying it out their mouth because they want it to be so, and some people will actually move on with their life and they'll put their unbotheredness to action. You know what I'm saying? You'll see that they don't have no ill, they ain't speaking ill of you, you know what I'm saying? They're not posting nothing about you. Things like that. You can really wish somebody well, if something, your time with them is going to run out. But this spiritual protection denied, somebody tried to do something, to protect themselves, whether it was a jar spell or something like that, something they try to put on themselves to protect themselves from something that they done sent out, possibly to somebody that didn't deserve it. Probably don't even know who this person really is. They just, you know what I'm saying? People will do things toward people that they don't even fucking know. They just don't like how you look online, for some of you. They don't even know you. Personally, they don't even know you. They just doing shit towards you because they don't like your energy. They don't like how you look. You're very attractive, very handsome. They don't like it. Alright? So, they spiritual protection is denied. They intent behind what they needed this protection for is the reason why this shit is denied. Their ancestors probably not even, they probably haven't even connected to their ancestors in a way to where they justified in needing their ancestors to protect them from something that they know they fucked up and did. Their ancestors probably don't even hold that kind of, ranking to protect them like that. That's for somebody. That ain't for everybody. All right? But keep your vibration high. Real, recognize real. Next card, somebody could be 35 to 47 years of age or younger. Because it came out in reverse. You may know who this person is. They may be a little older than that now. They could be 48 and on up. You know what I'm saying? Or they could be 35 and on down. Younger. Right? Anything else? Whoever this reading resonate with. Whoever this person is, man or woman, 35 to 47 years of age. Like I said, it could be 48 and older. Now, that could be a year older now. You could be this year older now, or this is somebody that is younger than 35. Next card, living without you is too hard for real. Man or woman. Somebody thought when this connection ended, they would be okay. They thought that, things would be okay and life goes on. And we all say that, but deep down, you can feel somebody else's, regret almost immediately. You know what I'm saying? If you're an empath, you know. Next card, wants you back and know what to do to keep you. Somebody wants you back, but it ain't about getting you back. It's about keeping you once they get you, and they know what to do to keep you now. They may have in the past, whoever this is, man or woman, they may have did things, brought up things or had some type of, reaction with you or pull, in that department where, you and this person just may have had a magnetic connection. So y'all may have fall out or y'all may, be distant at times, and then, something may come up and you and this person, somebody might reach out, boom, y'all back talking again. That's for somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. I'm just telling you what I'm picking up on. All right. But it's like that person may have been okay with the fact that they were able to have access to you like that, or y'all could always come back together, but that didn't work out this time. Whatever this last time between you and this person was like, and you walked away, or this person walked away, or you just let something be the way it was, you just never responding to their texts or they call anymore. Um, they know now it's not just about getting you back if they want you to come back around or you know, possibly still being interested in them. It's about keeping you. And this could be, you know, true, you know, for some of you with a job too. Especially, you know, when it comes to somebody possibly like going back to an old position or job or something like that. And maybe they didn't treat you right, like I said, in the process of you know, possibly being with them at one time. But they know what to do now. You know how some folks, you know, don't up the ante, you know what I'm saying, on veteran, you know, the workforce or they, you know, the environment that people got to work in until you get rid of the people that didn't need to be there in the first place. And now somebody could be, you know, refurbishing, you know what I'm saying, just airing out, you know, all the bad apples and shit like that. But this is somebody also that is seeing things differently with the hangman, like somebody's gaining a new perspective, you know, seeing things clearly now when it comes to their actions, you know, when it comes to how they thought or how they saw themselves in this connection in the first place. Oh, spiritual protection, good night. Spiritual protection. Everybody spiritual protection denied. Why is he spiritual protection denied? Why is he spiritual protection denied? Mm. Reckless, superficial, cocky, stubborn, one track mind, somebody that, you know, is four pentacles, Knight of Wands in reverse. Somebody was spiritually reckless. Like doing things, you know, based on, you know, superficial views and things like that. Like this is somebody that lacks compassion. They don't have like I will say this is somebody that don't really like, you know, how they see themselves. Or they don't like how somebody else see another person. Like if somebody holding back and keeping, you know, something a certain way between them and somebody else, or somebody's, you know, possibly like, you know, being stubborn and looking at something one way, you know, closed minded and being stubborn about how it is that they see something being. Like I said, like this is somebody that will not contribute all the way, like they'll half-ass something. What's the Knight of Wands in reverse? Got the Queen of Cups. The Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Sagittarius energy. So you got fire out here so far with water. With the Queen of Cups. So dealing with an empath, like I said, somebody feel this already. And somebody doesn't like that somebody else is outranking them right now when it comes to their spiritual path, their spiritual alignment. Somebody done been through a lot of shit though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like somebody now, you know, is And whoever this is, they was somebody that really did not know. I don't know if somebody was like reckless in the past, when it came to how they were using your emotions or they body, you know what I'm saying? They won with this Knight of Wands. Like, if this person, I said, this is somebody that at one time was using how you felt about them, or this is how somebody felt about you, and it was like somebody now feels like they don't have that energy you possess, that aura. So it's like somebody's energy that been called back, your protection that came with it. So I could possibly be talking to a chosen one, a earth angel, a star seed. Take it how it resonate. But this is because the favor you had that was over somebody at a time when you were involved with them, whether it's a friend, a lover, a family member, somebody you really held close to your heart. This person was reckless in your energy. They was reckless with, um, your kindness. You know what I'm saying? Queen of Cups. Like, you're very nurturing and kind. You know what I'm saying? Very helpful, very resourceful. But you also are sensitive to energy. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to your ancestors, when it comes to the Most High God, when it comes to the universe, that is a lesson I want to say for you. And this person, could have, left. You could be a double water sign. You could be a water sign with water in your water placements or placement. Okay. But I feel like somebody has, or you and this person both hold a water placement. They could be a water sign. You could have water placement, or you could be this. Yeah, somebody's a water sign with water placements. Don't have to be, but there's definitely, like, I'm getting like an air sign that got water placements, or a water sign that got air placements, something like that. But it's like this person knows that whatever you felt and however you were towards them, like somebody was reckless in your energy. Like, they were not very, like, your ancestors are, and it could possibly for some of you be an older ancestor, an older man that don't like how somebody is. I don't know if the older man is their relative or somebody related to you. They could be still around, they could be passed on, but I'm getting like a masculine energy, or somebody that, like, they don't like somebody's behavior towards you or how they treated you or something like that, because of how nice, how giving, how kind, how helpful you are, nurturing you are, how, yeah, somebody don't like that. I don't know if it's they loved one or something like that, but they not pleased with it. What's the Knight of Wands in reverse with the Queen of Cups? What's the Knight of Wands in reverse with the Queen of Cups? Yeah. What's the Knight of Wands in reverse with the Queen of Cups? Like, you have a lot of spiritual protection. Yeah, Six of Swords, because you moved on. The calmer waters, like you put the past behind you, like you're not holding any grudges toward this person or anything like that. You just moved on. This is somebody you moved on from. Or this is about somebody's, departure from a connection, like ending out something. With this Six of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that's why I was saying it's an air. Somebody got water in their chart. It could be, like I said, it could be a water sign with water placements, dealing with an air sign, or air sign got water placements. Mm-hmm. Got the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So somebody now is going through, I don't know if they're dealing with somebody now that's going through a financial loss. And they don't have like anybody or anything or anybody around them that is helpful in any way. Because when the Nine of Pentacles is in the upright, this is about good energy being surrounded by good things, not in reverse. In Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, like somebody in reverse, like they don't have that. Like there's a lot of scrutiny. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? It's just like a lot of recklessness being spiritual recklessness, spiritual superficial recklessness. Like it's like somebody that is, is very uses their gifts for dark, but this is somebody that will constantly mishandle, and mistreat, some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And for somebody, I feel like they never really been with somebody that actually um, was genuine about being who they were without wanting something superficial from them. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Like somebody may have been a certain way toward people because they maybe been used in the past by people that just, play a card, pull up. You know what I'm saying? They come up, they pull up like they got it, and they really want this person to think they got it because they want this person to be comfortable giving and doing things for them, only to find out they really didn't have shit, and they feel like they gave to the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm getting. And I feel like somebody got involved with somebody that feels as though whoever, you know what I'm saying, they were like usually like this with, somebody was they last straw. And now they left with no spiritual protection. You know what I'm saying? And this person could have, caught something, or they could have, allowed, their actions, that the emotions and what they doing with themselves, what they want, let their emotions like, they've been reckless with how they feel, like expressing how they feel. I feel like a Queen of Cups, moved on to calmer waters. Because I feel like somebody may have just been, draining, energy draining. Like an energy vampire. Because this Knight of Wands and this Nine of Pentacles in reverse is superficial, reckless behavior. But, yeah. Somebody just surface level. But I feel like, it's about making new memories. Somebody don't want to be in the same atmosphere, the same mindset, be around the same people anymore. With this Six of Cups in reverse. Like somebody may be stuck in the past, with how something used to be for them. Or like I just said, I didn't even have to really see this Six of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. It's just what I'm just telling you the energy. Like somebody done had, some people in the past that they normally done been a certain way with, but they may have been deserving of that. I ain't gonna say deserving. They were in alignment with these people to be the way they were toward them. Because somebody usually is, people normally come towards your person, a past person, or you normally take it how it resonates. Somebody normally go toward or had gotten involved with a lot of people that, they thought was the one. Or they thought they would, get something back, out of dealing with them people. For whatever, toxicity or ways that they had. But somebody came across a path with somebody that was nice because they were genuinely compassionate. They were genuinely nurturing. They genuinely cared. And I feel like somebody was stuck in their ways in the past with people from their past and thinking about the people from their past that came off toward them the same way and they used them. Or they came off that same way towards them and used them and talked shit about them, found out they wasn't really cool with that person, wasn't really cool with them at all, or that person didn't really like them or was attracted to them at all. So, yeah. What's this Knight of Wands about by itself? Give me one more on this Knight of Wands in reverse. This spiritual protection denied. But it's denied because this person was reckless, or somebody trying to get some type of spiritual protection against something they recklessly did against the Queen of Wands. Give me some more on this Knight of Wands in reverse. What's this Knight of Wands? Protection denied with this Knight of Wands in reverse. Give me one more. Yeah, you got the Hermit in reverse. Virgo energy with the Two of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So they could be a fire sign. They could have earth placement. But this was somebody that, was resisting like spiritual influence. Or this is somebody, I ain't gonna say, I almost said they had a God complex, but this is definitely somebody that was, using their own way of handling things. It's, how somebody say, oh, you're gonna take matters into your own hand. You're gonna be your own judge and jury. It's like that. But they were refusing. This is somebody that refused to look at themselves. But they could be, isolating. Staying to themselves, being antisocial. Whoever this is, their spiritual protection denied. Because whatever it is that got them, kind of like ducked off and away from people, this person like got a lot of fear, about what they done did and how they handled something. Like whatever it was that they did. What did they do? You got the sun in reverse with the high priestess at the bottom of the deck. High priestess at the bottom of the deck. But you got the sun in reverse. So somebody, whatever it is, it got their ass sad now. Like they ass feeling some type of way that, whatever it is that they done caused, it's got, some delays. It done come with a lot of failure, a lot of sadness, on behalf of the fact that whatever they did this for is like at a time where they did not expect like something, to be, they didn't expect to be wrong about something. Like this is somebody that could always feel like they always right about things. They don't like when they feel like somebody, and they could, whoever this is or whoever you are collective, this person feel like you think, or they think that you know it all, or they know that you, because you got the high priestess at the bottom of the deck. This person know you know. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements, but they could be an air sign. I mean a water sign. You know what I'm saying? You could be this air sign. But I feel like somebody knows that the way they were towards somebody that didn't deserve it is one of the moments where somebody now feels as though, damn, they can't make you not know and see how they were. Because they know you saw through them. Even if they come tell you, what their issue is, you already know what it is. Like you ran into people like this before. I don't know if it was with family, firsthand experience, with this being like a behavior that you done seen, a pattern that you done seen before or whatever. But even if this person did not tell you like what they past dating history or, they trauma issues or emotional baggage was, it's like you can almost tell where some of that behavior come from. Like you could almost say what they done been through. Whether they done seen it or been through it exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because some people experience things with their own parents, going through issues, and they children like absorb and see and take in, a lot of their responses to certain things that they go through. And you never know how your child gonna respond to it when it's them. But when you don't explain to them what's going on in the world around them in their home with you as far as they know it, they'll be left trying to determine and figure that out as they become an adult and getting into dating and getting into, a social life and not knowing exactly like how to look at something or, process it. Because this spiritual protection that somebody is trying to have is denied. Like somebody trying to do something on their own, but it's like, it's giving like somebody like isolating themselves. But whatever it is, has got them sad. It's like almost like somebody feeling as though like they. It's like somebody know what they did. Collective, they know what they did, or whoever is reading resonate with. You know what you did. Collective, they know what they did. But it's the thought of it, resonating and resurfacing with them that leaves them, in a sunken place and needing some type of spiritual protection. And knowing what they did it for is why they don't get it. Clarify keeping your vibration high. Real, recognize real. Keeping your vibration high. Yeah. Piscean energy. With the magician at the bottom of the deck. See, you at the top of the wheel right now. You know what I'm saying? You could be feeling like you're on top of the world. Like you could feel like a weight been lifted off of you. And I feel like, by somebody being in this negative energy, because they can't, be where they want to be at right now in their own life. Like, they feeling some type of way, that their gifts or however they manifestations is trying to, however their manifestation is, showing up for them. Like they don't like where they at right now. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with this magician. Virgo energy, and you got the Ten of Swords in reverse with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. And the King of Wands in reverse now at the bottom of the deck. So somebody feels as though like it's some trickery, some fuckery going on. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to them possibly using, like I said, their gifts for dark. Like somebody done did some divination of some kind with some ill intent behind it when somebody was not doing shit to them. This person ain't did shit to them. You have not done anything to nobody. Queen of Cups. It's just the fact that somebody don't like that your energy and your aura and your ranking. Because like I said, somebody has a very high ranking because they got a lot of spiritual protection because of their kind heart. Like somebody's very much an empath, but I feel like this person is very protected. You're very protected because of people that take advantage. And they want to treat you any kind of way and still play in your goddamn energy and want your spiritual protection, and it's denied. Your energy been called back. You know what I'm saying? Your energy done been restored, cleansed, and restored, sent back to you. Never to be connected to this person again. So whatever protection and favor they had on them because of your connection with them or you being involved with them, is removed. It's not there anymore. This person left with their own energy. Their energy has been returned back to them. So what they trying to get a protection, some protection, spiritual protection for, is their own goddamn energy. Ain't that something? But your vibration too damn high. You know what I'm saying? You at the top of the wheel. Somebody's at the top of the wheel. You know what I'm saying? This is a good time. You know what I'm saying? What's the Wheel of Fortune? This wanted to come out in reverse, this Emperor. So I'm not going to keep it. But it wanted to come out in reverse. When I first saw it, but it did some flipping by the time it did land on my arm. And just saying that it did, that it was meant to be in the upright. Aries, Pisces out here, when it comes to the Emperor, like somebody is at the top of the wheel now. And I feel like, maybe at one time, because they were not making the changes or they were not, on somewhere in their journey where they needed to be when it came to their ascension, but they probably are now. What's the Wheel of Fortune? Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. But they feel like living without you is hard. Got the Two of Pentacles. Like I said, got the Tower at the bottom of the deck. But I feel like you ain't shocked by the fact that somebody may have taken their damn time, making, something right or looking at something or seeing something finally. I feel like whatever it was that made you walk away from this person or this connection to end or some type of separation with the Six of Swords, it was for reasons that you already was okay with. Like you wasn't holding no grudges or wasn't nothing like you was going to. I was told something last night, that if somebody leave in anger, whether you leave that person and they angry or you leave that person in anger, you will see them again. But if you leave that person in smiles and in good standing, and you in a good place and you okay, you content with your decision. If you leave that person, walk away from that person like that, in that mindset and with that on your heart, where you okay with the fact of why you walking away or why you leaving this job, why you leaving this person, why you walking away from this family, disowning whatever this is, If you leave in with a good heart and a smile on your face, and even without a smile, just no grudges. Like, you just know you're content with your answer. You're never gonna come back. That's definitely, somebody that's not gonna return to somebody or a situation again in somebody's life. So if that person leave in anger and then somebody do something out of anger, you'll see them and hear from them again. That's why it's important to keep your vibration high. But when it comes to you keeping your vibration high and you doing something genuinely out of the kindness of your heart, and you doing something out of love, and you saying, listen, I know when I walk away, and I said this last night too, I know when I walk away from people, it hurt me to my core to walk away from them, because I know as a messenger, I'm in their life to make sure that they see some of the things that they just don't want to see about themselves. And they so busy, wanting to say, or wanting to find something, about you to equal up to what it is you telling them about them, because they want to go, they want the back and forth. But that's not what the lesson is about. The assignment is not about that. So you have to stay focused on the assignment. Okay? And I be knowing, when it's over, it's over. You know what I'm saying? And I hate, what I'm saying? It's like leading somebody to Christ or not being able to. Okay? And Jesus, traveled, spreading that message of love and things like that to bring, people, out of darkness. You know what I'm saying? To see and hold on to it and realize, that there's something to live for and that you are loved. Nobody has to love you. You love. You are loved. But however you choose to see yourself and treat, it shows in how you treat others. Okay? Whether it's behind the scenes or out loud. Some people, one way, when they front and center, face to face, and some folks are different behind closed doors. They're a monster. You know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying? They low key a monster. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know how when we were kids, we used to feel like our parents was just the meanest ever. But other people would see them and they like, oh, they nice to me. It's giving that. You know what I'm saying? But with this Wheel of Fortune and this Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's like somebody at one time, was, when you at the top of the wheel, it's like somebody, at one time was being indecisive. You know what I'm saying? They could have been juggling income, trying to figure out, what direction or what to do or what to give to, you know what I'm saying, who to be with, for whatever reason, what if I go over here and that don't work out? What if I leave this person for this person and they got the same thing going on as the person I used to talk to, or the person I'm finna walk away from, or the situation I'm finna cycle I want to close out, or if I close this cycle out, how am I going to find out or realize, how, you know what I'm saying, the unknown. The unknown, because before, just now with this Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Wands was at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So somebody had like fear of the unknown. Like, what if I go in this direction and this happen? What if I go through that again? You know what I'm saying? Or what if I get with that person and we end up going through that, having that bump in the road again and they leave? You know what I'm saying? So this person know what to do now to keep you. They didn't at first, because what they normally do for somebody else, or what their actions and mindset was like with past people, didn't work with you. And the only reason why it didn't work with you, because you were genuine. They, on the other hand, were, maybe being a certain way toward this person because it was allowing them to, they were manipulating the way this person felt about them and saying they felt the same way to get what they can get out this person. But imagine how you keep loving people and they don't never love you back. And you finally get somebody that love you not based on what you have, or whether you have it today and lose it tomorrow. They just fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Real recognize real. Real recognize real. I always said, I don't fuck with a lot of people and don't have no friends, because my friendship ain't the same as the friendship they wanted to have with me. I ain't that kind of friend they want. I don't fuck with them kind of people. I ain't trying to be that way. I never was and don't want to be. So if that's a friend you trying to be, I don't need them kind of friends. I take my friendship seriously. You know what I'm saying? So if people don't fuck with me, Let it be known and keep it moving. I ain't gonna have no hard feelings about that. I came in this world, I came through the womb by myself. We gonna leave by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? The mission and the path and the journey I'm on is for me. It ain't for nobody else. So the experience I had with them people taught me a lot about myself, but it also showed me, you know what I'm saying, and I left a footprint in their life for how they eventually got to see themselves for who they are. Whenever that is, if they choose to do it. I just don't want to, you know what I'm saying, be in their life when they do. You know what I'm saying? My point in my time in their life already been served. So, you know what I'm saying? Some people friendship don't be friendshipping. Just don't. You know what I'm saying? So people like, let's start off as friends. Motherfucker, we had friends we won't even fuck with no more. So what if I, you know what I'm saying? If you going to start off as friends, that shit might not last for 24, 40, 48 hours. We either got good intention and purpose for a person, you know what I'm saying, or we don't. It's just as simple as that. What's this Two of Pentacles in reverse about? Clarify the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody was indecisive in the past. Like, they would, you know, weren't able to make a decision. The Fool in reverse. Like somebody thought, you know, oh, that person will come back around. They, you know, being naive and thinking, you know how when somebody walk away and they like, shh, you know how when somebody don't want you to know that somebody breaking up with them don't bother them. And they'll try to do all kind of outside things, go to parties, you know what I'm saying? They want you to go somewhere with them. They you know what I'm saying, they start planning all kind of little outings and stuff like that to prove that they ain't studying that person. But they still checking their phone. They still looking at their social media. You know, they get messages and stuff like that, but it ain't who they want it from. And they trying to act like when they around they people that they ain't looking you up. You know, I block them. But, you know, the chances of you thinking at some point, damn, man, I wonder what they thinking or who they talking to. You can't, it's like that. Got the Judgment at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Somebody definitely thought, you know, whenever you and this person parted, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius with the Six of Swords and the Fool in reverse, like somebody thought, or they had another person thinking, you know, oh, that person, you know, they'll be back around when they see, you know, something ain't like this, or somebody else do them like this or like that. They'll be back around to me and put up with my shit. Even if they went in another direction with somebody from the past that was in their ear that they were juggling you with, or you were juggling somebody with, they may have told you, oh, that person ain't going nowhere. They just acting brand new, you know, now. They just acting like, you know, they fresh out the pack now, or they own to something else, but they'll be back. And you and this person may have had a history going back and forth. Maybe they had some history with somebody else in the past going back and forth, but real recognize real. And now this person in a lot of regret. You know what I'm saying? They could, you know, have a nice home and car and stuff like that, but they ain't where they want to be at. They ain't able to have all that and be able to walk through the door and see you. Living without you is too hard, for real, clarify. Who is this? I'm telling you, 3 of Swords in reverse, Libra energy. That separation, they know why it happened. They know why it happened. They know it hurt it. They know it hurt you. 2 of Cups in reverse. I'm telling you, child. They know they fucked up some trust. They fucked up a good connection that was there. You know what I'm saying? And if they got with somebody else or chose somebody else over you, or you chose somebody else over this collective, whoever you are, whoever this reading resonate with, share it with whoever you think it resonate with. Because shit, at this point, somebody wants some forgiveness. They want some forgiveness. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, they want some forgiveness. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, somebody is feeling some type of way that they, you know, messed up, you know, the trust between you and this person. Like this is an unstable relationship, like something, you know what I'm saying? Like they could have got involved with somebody else, or this, you know, was you and this person being just off balance between you and this person because they were not taking accountability for their actions. They were not, you know, matching your energy. Somebody was not in alignment with you at the time. And it's like somebody, you know, is not dealing with this separation very well. You know, 2 of Cups in reverse with the 3 of Swords in reverse. But it's like they know why, it hurt. They know why this separation happened. But, it's a lot of pain and trying to accept or saying, well, I'm just going to have to accept, this person, they gone. But that's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It has not been easy. What's the Three of Swords in reverse? Living without you is too hard, for real, for real. Yeah. Three of Pentacles in reverse. 333 could be of significance. And see, this person, like, they know that they wasn't cooperating. Like, they know that they was that one party in the connection that, was refusing, to work with you. Like, and they may have in the past, like I said, they, could be walking away or, have some relationship baggage, from the past where it came to, them just not cooperating, on a level like where both people was equally putting in. And you could have been the only person like willing to do, go above and beyond. And this person, probably was just letting you do that as a way of you proving yourself to them. But they didn't realize what you were doing was genuine. Yeah, this person may have commitment issues behind the fact that they done been low down to a lot of different people, in the past that, may have done them wrong. Or they found out, later on after them in them connections that these people weren't being faithful. But neither was they, Got the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck now. So like I said, whatever this person normally was doing or whatever they risked, showing their emotions or however they were trying to express their emotions or whatever they was going, whatever they tactics they were using to get some type of response out of due to, how they felt like, well, I'm going to play it like this. I'm going to do them all like that. From now on, how people be like, man, I'm sick of, being this way or being that way toward women, man. Fuck that. I'm just going to be like this and be like that. Four of Cups. But, now this person, possibly now is looking at how they going to have to face the music with the Chariot. Because you got the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. They could feel like you're going to reject them. Or the fact that they rejected you rejected this person, bad, decisions, when it came to how they were using emotions, how they were expressing themselves or whatever they thought, that strategy that they were using or being told, to be this way, act like that, do them like this, you know what I'm saying? But this is, got somebody depressed behind this shit though. That they didn't get the outcome they thought they was going to get from being the way they were or doing what they were doing. But that's something they got to face. You know what I'm saying? With moving forward about themselves. And living without you is hard, for real, for real. They having to live with that, deal with that. You know what I'm saying? However they doing it. Knight of Cups. See, this person now, want to follow their heart. They want to go after, their dreams now. But they know what to do to get you back now. Want you back, know what to do to keep you. What do they know to do now? What do they know to do now? Yeah, you got the Four of Swords. And the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. They know now they got to have boundaries. They know they got to have clear communication with you. But they want to, bring something to rest. They want to call it truce. They want, some type of, compromise. They want to talk, and, settle, whatever this is between you and them, and lay something to rest. And, do something that they know, is required and what they're going to have to keep doing with this King of Swords. But they want you back, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They know they got to, have clear communication. They know they got to communicate what, better than what they was doing with this Four of Cups. That caused the Five of Cups with the Queen of Swords. I cannot make it up. And this person now is seeing how, that them having to have to wait, the way they doing now when it comes to like hearing from you or like seeing something through when they start the process of like coming towards you with them wanting you back. But yeah, this person, is looking at the opportunity, that they messed up. And this King of Swords, can also, be, they could be besides themselves. You know what I'm saying? They could be, you know what I'm saying, and swamped in their damn ego at times too. Don't have to be, but they, they got to make better communication with you. Mm. But they had some clouded judgment in the past that, now they, when it came to how they saw love and how they thought, commitment and all that, was going to look for them, with taking another chance at it. So it's like them, eight of swords, they releasing, those negative thoughts and stop letting that, limit them, and keep them from happiness. I'm just seeing this all at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Yeah. Especially if they had you and them at a stalemate at a time, because they were indecisive. Didn't know what to say or what direction to go in, or they may have been listening to a lot of outside influences too. What's this? Fantasizing without action. Clarify this Four of Swords. Clarify the Four of Swords. What's the Four of Swords? I'm going to show y'all the next card on top of this. Make sure there too. Clarify the Four of Swords. And then we're going to close out. What's the Four of Swords? Yeah, you got the Tower in reverse. You ain't in. You're not gonna be shocked by this. If this person wants this, or that they know now, you're not gonna be shocked. But I feel like this person is not using certain things now to like keep them in a situation or keep them in a certain mindset about how to see things now. Especially if they were resisting making decisions because they didn't want to cause a tower. Like they didn't want something to start falling down, or the way something was for them. It's like I don't want to start cutting people off or doing this, making changes, and then everybody start looking at me different and shit like that, because you are but I feel like now this person is releasing that way of thinking, you know what I'm saying, and allowing whatever it is that's gonna happen to happen, you know what I'm saying. Because this person still find you to be very attractive. The Queen of Wands is out here with the strength. They find you to be somebody very attractive, very strong-willed. Very strong-willed. Aries, Leo, Sag. Oh, you could have this in your chart. But they find you to be somebody very attractive. Okay? Very handsome. But also, very strong-willed. Alright? They see you to be a strong person. But this last card, and we're going to close out, trying to see how to get you to accept this invite. So they could want an invitation. They could have like an invitation to something coming up or something like that. Marvin can be significant with the card on the back. All right. And the next card, 144. All right, so like I said, somebody chosen, like somebody's, and this could be a divine union between you and this person. Don't have to be, but I feel like what is in the cards, or what's in alignment, what's in the stars for you and this person, it's something your ancestors, or it's something that people from their past, or somebody that they walking away from. That one thing is ending for something else to begin. So whether it's cycles that this person is ending, with other people, cycles they ending out, that they dealing with things when they come to them, working on themselves. Whatever is ending is causing things to be put in place. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to end it here. You guys make sure you do something nice for someone today, even if you don't know them. This is Divine Eye Mystic Tarot. Until next time, you guys, I love you. Bye.